This season's companion piece to Masked Singer on Fox is a game show hosted by David Spade where contestants try and figure out the difference between a real product and a fake product. Let's talk about snake oil. Hey guys, Dan here. This is Dan Reviews It. Welcome to my TV review for the brand new game show Snake Oil. This is airing Wednesday nights at 9 o'clock on Fox and follows in the tradition of, kind of interesting and alternative programming that Fox does on Wednesday nights. You had I Can See Your Voice. You had, what was the AI singing competition, Alter Ego. And now we've got this game show with David Spade as the host. We're going to talk about this show in just a second, and I'll give you my thoughts on it. But first, let me welcome you into Dan Reviews It. Thank you for finding this video. We do a ton of great movie and TV reviews on the channel here. Every day, just about, I try to post something new for you. And, of course, if you are a Masked Singer fan as well, I post my recap and reaction videos every week to that show, too. So you can check that out. But please consider subscribing down below or click that like button down there. Would love to have you like this video or even just comment. All that stuff does help the channel out. All right, so Snake Oil. First, let me tell you a little bit about the show, and then I'll give you my thoughts on it. So David Spade is the host here, and I love this dude. I listen to his podcast with Dana Carvey where they talk to old Saturday Night Live people and get the scoop on that. He's always been funny. I love his sitcom Just Shoot Me. So he's the host here, and it's produced in part by Will Arnett as well. Of course, no stranger to the Wednesday night post Masked Singer slot, as that's when they premiered Lego Masters a few years ago, and basically the concept here is there are a handful of real products and a handful of fake products. And so you have two contestants paired each with a celebrity, helper or whatever. So the first episode was Rob Riggle and then Destiny's Child's own Michelle Williams. And so those were the two people sort of helping. And, the contestant can listen to them or not. But it's one other opinion for them to look at. So anyway, they will be presented, I should say, with two products. One of them is real, one of them is fake. And so we get a little sales pitch from the, quote unquote person that's bringing it, and then the infomercial. And the infomercials are all, very faked up. You would never actually air these infomercials on television. The quality is poor, the acting is silly. So that's sort of the more comedic part of the show, I guess. And then the contestant wagers from their initial pot of 50 grand up to $10,000 if they think it's real or fake, and then the other person can actually poach if they believe that the first contestant is incorrect in their guess. And anyway, it goes on like that, and then at the end, they have the chance to win up to $220,000 is the most you could win on the show, because you bet $10,000 and you're right on each of the first two things, and then the grand prize, you get to pick between a bunch of them, a bunch of products, and you can wager up to $10,000 or $100,000 rather on that. So your grand prize maximum on this show is $220,000, which is a little bit of an odd, price, but whatever. They could have made each round 25,000, and then you could win 250. But anyway, so that's how the show goes. David Spade as a host is not great. I'm actually surprised at how unlifelike he is. He just seems to not want to be there. And look, I get it. Joel McHale kind of has that corner of the market down as well. David Spade, of course, predates Joel McHale with his SNL stuff and many things over the years. So okay, but in the first part of the show, like when he's even introducing the show, he just seems lethargic. He does not want to be there. And I will say, once the contestants start getting into it, and because he doesn't know, he claims anyway, if the prizes are real or fake either. So, once he starts getting in on the action as well, sort of voicing his own opinions, then he livens up a little bit. But yeah, I mean, it's so low key. I'm not sure if he was the right host for the job. But then you've got the classic, Fox, I don't know what you would call it, just sort of time waster of, suspense or whatever, when they say, okay, this product's real or this product's fake or whatever. And then there's like this little, coin that appears on screen, and it'll flip to say whether it's real or snake oil. and it's like, 30 seconds we're waiting for this coin to show us whether it's real or not. And it's like, dude, what are we even doing? So this show could easily be a half hour, but of course they've got to stretch for time. It's an hour, so there is a lot of time stretching, time wasting. But I will say the actual game itself is pretty fun to play along with. You're playing along with the contestant, saying, "Oh, well, this is real. This is snake oil," and you feel like you kind of have a stake in it as well. As you're playing along, that part of it's fun. And I like that sort of conceit. We see this in game shows a lot lately, but To Tell the Truth is a classic one, and they recently brought that back with Anthony Anderson as the host. But to see if you can determine which one is the dupe. I always think that's fun to play along with. So I like that part. But like the infomercials are so corny, and I get that they wanted to go a more sort of comedic route with those, but it doesn't really help you decide whether the product is real or fake because it's like they're all so ridiculous. Whereas I don't know, they could have made an actual commercial for the actual product and then tried to match it with a glossy looking promotional, little clip for the other product, the snake oil. So I don't know. I get that they were going for a little bit of a comedy vibe there. It was kind of annoying to me. So this is a frustrating show because I think the concept is good, but I think the execution and unfortunately, David Spade's hosting abilities are not quite up to what they should be. And look, David Spade, Mr. Snark from the 90s, I get it, having him be the host. He just seemed like, especially in the first, like, half of the show, he didn't want to be there. So I think there's potential here, but judging by this first episode, needs to be tweaked a bit. So I leave Snake Oil with a C. And you can check that out on Fox Wednesdays. All right, thanks for watching Dan Reviews It. We'll see you next time. Bye.